Hey there. Excuse me.
Ugh! Can you believe it? I am so mad right now.
Oh, it's you two.
Huh? You know each other? Oh, wait. Is this who you were telling me about? The one you met yesterday and couldn't stop thinking about?
I never said that.
Yes, you did. Why are you denying it? It was right before I went on that rant about the moody factory owner.
Might I ask what brings you?
Oh, I just brought him here to see the show. And when it finished, so I thought I'd try my luck. See if we could get the
You work here. You of all people.
Oh, what's the big deal? Come on, don't be shy. I can give you an autograph. You can
Do as you please. I finished all my shows for the day. Oh,
I wasn't making that stuff up, you know. Odette's just too proud to admit it. She thinks very highly of you, and so do I. You did the right thing in Svietloladovka.
We're good. Odette's out of earshot. I'll lock the door. Confidentiality, of course. The Rokot is very...
Whoa, Alosha! Not out loud!
Relax. I've taken care of it.
The president's reply sent this morning.
You told me last night that you wanted to get intel from the Rokot. But ever since you set foot in Snežnaya, we've been working. Everything about you is perfectly in alignment with... I wrote a letter to the president explaining your situation, including just the right amount of detail. Of course, it's still your decision whether you want to join...
Well, assuming Odette was telling the truth still, you gave me a real fright. So, that stuff you said about, and...
Anyway, let me give you a quick rundown of how things... Members typically don't meet in person or even know each other's identities. Because of this, members are basically free to decide their...
After all, we don't have any ostensible contact.
Beyond the freedom to choose how you operate, it's also your choice whether to act... In short, joining the Rokot in and of it, there's a code of conduct you can read if it interests you. But basically...
I tried reading it 5 or 6 times. Never made it all...
Great. Then I'll go grab an...
Well, Alosha has... Dagarin took quite a liking to me, so then... The Rokot was out on a mission one day.
Just a coincidence, really. We didn't report it to the... Like... Mike, by the way, what were you complaining about just...
Everything did not go okay. That's why I was so mad. But he wouldn't, and then he started complaining. I mean, what did he expect? Everyone knows that if you... I had to juggle things around just to get him a half-decent...
Yeah, meeting Chuganov in person... Oh, you probably don't know who we're talking about, do you? Chuganov was that older guy you...
To the citizenry, he's a family man, and but our interactions with him tell a very different story. Take the ticket situation, for instance. I've actually gotten him, not to mention that he's never paid for a thing. And another thing, if he's such a big family...
Calm down, Vodyanitsa. If you won't do it to eat, but first things first.
Looks like I'll need to make a few little... Alright. Now that we're officially recently, we've done some recon work at the East All we need now is some direct evidence...
That way, the Kresny Crystal can be allocated to...
I was hoping he might let slip during one of our chats. I'm meeting another regular theater goer tonight. Mitya.
But Valeria's here too. And he's probably looking for Mitya.
Don't you worry. Mitya is a renowned energy expert. Although we can't get any direct evidence, the authorities should take someone like him seriously. So if also, we're not allowed on site, but he has clearance. Yeah, so still, I hear that Mitya is a bit of a chatterbox.
What do you think? Sound like something worth your...
Okay, in that case, you guys find a seat somewhere near... He's a huge fan, so I doubt he'll have his guard up around me. But you two need to be convincing.
Sure. Don't worry. We'll make a believable...
Perfect!
Okay.
Everything!
One with nature.
We come here often, so we shouldn't... Now, it's up to Vodyanica.
Mr. Mitya! Over here!
Oh, sorry. I got a little held up on my way here. Now we have even less time than we planned. Go ahead and order some snacks and drinks. Whatever you like. Let me see. According to my schedule, we still have 25 minutes left.
You're really pressed for time today, huh?
No need. Getting to meet the lead singer is a fair... I've already had to decline your invitation several times because our schedules rarely align. If I don't grab this chance while it's here...
Well, it's very kind of you to make time just for...
I'm not too sure, to be honest. But Snezhnaya's full of weird and wonderful things like that.
The reason I invited you out for tea and a chat today was to get some feedback from a
Well, I genuinely have nothing bad to say. Maybe it's because the more times I listen, the more details I notice.
Thank you! I'm delighted to hear that!
Oh, yeah. That, the piece you sang today, for example. Beneath the Frozen River? Hey, what's with you? I always used to find that such a bleak and lonely song. But the more you listen...
Wow, I'm impressed. I didn't expect you to pick up on... Still, beneath the...
Oh, really? But it...
Almost every...
Oh. Well then, let me say...
I didn't sing that one today either. My voice wasn't...
Oh.
Sorry, Mr. Mitya, but...
Of course I was. Remember? I said hello to...
So, what did Odette...
Elegy of the Snow-Winged Goose, of course.
Correct. You find my singing boring, don't you?
No, that's not... All right. I'll be straight with you. I enjoy watching your shows because the exquisite performances sting. So, whenever I get stuck at work, I come to the theater. Odette's dance during the Elegy of the Snow-Winged Goose today was simply that look of sheer defiance in the face of utter tragedy. Not that I made a ton of progress in the grand scheme of things, but I still...
So what you're saying is...
Unfortunately not. I'm sorry. I don't know which is more
Seems like things are getting a little...
Mitya just stepped into a conversational minefield. This meeting was...
It's fine. I suppose this is... don't let it bother you.
She's showing a lot of restraint.
Well, I'll be sure to let Odette know.
Please don't say that. I always love your performances too. It's just...
I know. I can tell. I'm sure some people can't stand it when others...
Fair enough. I still feel...
But you know what I really can't stand?
Oh, yeah, 100%. There are too many...
I don't know if you've heard about the boss of the Iskra manufacturing plant. He isn't even a theater and box tickets only, premium drinks.
Well played, Vodyanitsa. Seems like she's harnessing her...
Now that you mention it, I've interacted with that guy before. I gotta say, everyone...
Yeah, he couldn't care less about what's happening on stage. He's just there to... What's the big deal with that factory he runs anyway? I asked around a bit and heard some...
Oh, really?
Yep, the things people are saying are pretty damning. Low wages, insanely long working hours, equipment running around the clock. And as if that's... Project Stuja has now been extended so many times, we're at the point where if the rumors are true...
Interesting.
What?
Who knows? The Rooster's been coming down on us hard lately, demanding that we track and trace every single batch of
The Rooster?
Yeah. Even though there are no restrictions on crystal trading, the poor will wind up... Looks like we'll need to arrange an investigation into the... I never knew you kept up with current affairs beyond... Most Fae in your position have long been indifferent to the plight of humans.
Well, those of us who choose to live in human cities are naturally going to pay attention. I'm just surprised to learn that even someone with as much experience...
This is it.
I'm sure Mitya can sense on some level that she's fishing for information.
It's stressing me out too. If I...
Oh, so...
That's right. The Armory Palace needs a brand new energy source. Not right now, the only thing that meets the requirements is the... But harnessing that power is costly. Each step of the process requires... Progress has been painfully slow, and the team is getting burned out as time goes by.
Could it be...
No, it doesn't affect us, because the energy is used for... Okay, I got it. Stop choking me. Sorry. I can't talk. I think we're all just exhausted. We've been working our...
Seems like I owe you a...
Don't worry about it. I count myself lucky, to be honest.
So they're trying to develop a completely new kind of energy. Yeah, censored by a scarf.
Oh, dear. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. It was...
Let's make up for it next time. We touched on some confidential issues today. I'd be grateful if you could keep it between us.
That could have gone worse.
Nice job.
Sorry, routine inspection. Okay, let's go.
So he wasn't rushing to get back to work. He must have calculated...
One of the main duties of the Special Assignments Battalion is to ensure that important figures stick to...
All right, time for us to get going.
We'll settle our check too.
Oh, hello there. Mr. Mitya paid the check before leaving. He also asked me to pass on a message. He said it was an honor...
Wait.
So he knew we were here all along? Maybe his work isn't confidential after all. Vodi...
Правильно, да, осуждай.
You're back! You're pretty early today. Paimon was just gonna mention that. After she... Still, there's some good news. Paimon thinks she might have figured out the source. It's like there's... some kind... She only started feeling this way.
That's right. The Armory Palace.
Could that have...
What is it? You're making that face again. You know, the one you get whenever you have a... So, they're trying to develop a new energy source? Well, Mitya denied that the energy they're researching, and even so, those are completely... it's pretty faint. So it's... Sure, Paimon's with you there. But... Oh, Great point! They argue about Project Stoosh. Good idea! Oh yeah, what? This one seemed right up your alley.
Alosha replied. He says that we won't be able to speak at the Vetcha, but he can arrange for us to attend as visitors. Time to get ready.
Miss Vodianitsa, prima donna of the court.
Sorry, I'm not taking. Oh, good, you're here.
Please wait, Miss Vodianitsa. Could you?
In summary, the energy management commitments made for the outgoing period have been delivered upon. Furthermore, both the production and consumption of the relevant agencies have assessed the present circumstances and determined that the status quo can be sustained until the next. It should also be noted that while the recent blizzards have led to a significant Her Majesty the Tsaritsa, a financial report on disaster relief is also present in the...
They cover the same old ground There's a general lack of trust. People aren't seeing any tangible benefits that affect them directly.
Yeah, if it weren't for these hard copy documents, I could have at least made something up. Oh, don't mind me. I'm just out here trying to hit my interview quota.
If I remember correctly, you guys don't even have a sales...
Okay then, best-selling street stall newspaper in town.
Order! We will now open the floor to the representatives.
Snežnaya has a long tradition of treating members of the Fatui armed forces, but recent surveys shows that Fatui families in remote areas have access. It's been said many times before, but it bears repeating now. There needs to...
Perhaps you wouldn't need to keep repeating yourself if you would hear me out for once. I say again, true You appear to treat resource allocation as a simple function of production and population. So what about when the equipment used in production? And do you even know how long it's been since...
If I knew the answers to questions like that, I'm sure I'd like to bring the focus back to the specific issue I raised. Or do you wish to deny that favorable treatment for...
It's easy to be a critic when there's no accountability. That seems to be a running... Defeat the ringleader and all other problems will match. But in case you aren't aware, not one jot in my report would change.
So you have no intention whatsoever of finding a solution to this problem?
On the contrary, I'm the only one here who ever brings solutions.
Child opened by speaking up for the armed forces. Regrator struck back with style and a war of words ensued. Our reporter was live on the scene to get the audience's reaction as it all unfolded. Who do you support? The people have spoken! Child received raucous applause from the crowd as he pushed Regrator onto his back foot with a relentless barrage of questions.
Now you see why they don't have a sales permit.
However this reporter wants to spin things, I haven't forgotten that Tartak... So surely, their relationship...
You two are getting off topic.
Mr. Pantalone, may I speak on your behalf?
Oh, please do.
Crystal distribution policy undergoes modifications with each new period. The ultimate goal being to find the most reasonable, but I fear many may have been misled on this topic by extremist activists. To clarify, Project Stuja is not. The most recent reports all point to Snežnaya's resilience and adaptability to make drastic adjustments without first considering the risks. Would likely do more.
Renowned scholar of finance, Arapov spoke up to clarify the fiscal logic, clearly alluding to social organ. With the notorious Lelek still active to this day, should the Rokot be held responsible?
She's just rephrasing what Mr. Pantalone said. As for Lelek, you won't have heard of him yet. Ending Project Stuja has become an obsession for him. Unlike the more decent ones among us, so whether it's threats, coercion, or bribery, he'll use whatever means.
And since we're already on the subject, what do you think of Lelek's methods? Are you for? Well, whatever the story is, his actions.
At least someone here wants to take this discussion seriously. I've been considering that issue. I think it would be easiest to let the Fatui handle it. Since they're already in whatever you need, you can ask the Fatui to look into it for you. In terms of supervision, I think the Druzhna would be a good...
I will be happy to take a note of your suggestions and present them to Commander Vesna, for the Commander has always taken a keen interest in Project Stuja.
Let us refrain from jumping to conclusions until
My apologies, Lord...
There are numerous issues to address here, including... Nevertheless, I support drafting a proposal.
In that case, I'd like to share one thought before the proposal is drafted. The issue of time... In fact, the Energy Commission already collects regular statistics on each urban center and its surrounding area.
That's a good idea. I read every issue of Sviet Lolaidovka's report, and although my focus is mostly on the section about equipment...
Be that as it may, does no one see an issue with using...
Not if they are used purely for reference. So long as we have the report...
Very well, then.
The members reached a provisional consensus on the issue of Today, the prima donna of the Korailievsky troupe attended a session of the Снежной.
Write anything like that again, and I'm revoking your permission to interview.
Now then, if there are no further contributions from those present, we shall proceed to the final...
Hey, check it out! What made him vote against?
The votes have been tallied. Those in favor of continuing projects...
That was too close. The margin has shrunk yet again. Chuganov was a huge loss.
I'll bet Lelek is behind this.
Chuganov.
Yes. Go, Lelek. Once Project Stuja is defeated...
In accordance with the result of this vote, Project Stuja will... We debate only for the greater glory and solidarity of... The session is concluded.
I have to say, well, in principle, Снежной, as we heard, Project Stuja is basically just a reason. But even if the policy got cancelled, the Tsaritsa's energy needs wouldn't suddenly go down. I got a letter from Mr. Mitya just before today's session. He said he's confirmed that there are issues around overtime, and in a situation like this, once the Rooster receives the report, but that's a week-long process, and thus didn't make it onto the Vetcha agenda this time. I don't exactly. And I was originally gonna try and flip him after he received notice of the official sanction. Rather than just sit back and take the hit while his factory stopped production, he'd be better off voting to end Project Stuja. But now, he's already voted against it. Which means, yeah, no one knows why Lelek is so obsessed.
Lelek must have strong motivations, given how he'll... Maybe my next step...
Oh, right. What are your...
Hey, comrade. I noticed...
I didn't take you for...
Greetings, Harbingers. I just happened to have some free time today.
Ah, Odette must have introduced you.
I'll leave you to catch up.
Sure. Thought it might be fun to check out the Vetcha, did you? Things are never that simple with you, Traveler.
Oh, yeah. To some, he's a captivating... No one ever thought that some anonymous nobody from the Rokot could... Huh? You want to look into Lelek?
Fine by me, I guess. In return, it seems fair to let him in.
My thoughts exactly. Head back to Glupov and grab the files on Lelek. It's easier to just pull...
As you command, child.
In that case, since we're going to be waiting...
One common thread among the many incidents Lelik has been involved in is that the victims are all too scared to his modus operandi is to silently infiltrate the scene and leave a threatening letter behind. But so all these files have to offer are short statements by the people affected.
If nothing else, it shows we're dealing with a trained professional.
Yes, and to that point, he often strikes in highly secure locations. The victims are somehow. Lelik slips right into their rooms without making. If he can get in and out undetected, it means he can strike without warning. It's hard to believe that a human being could pull this off flawlessly every time. So they switched the focus of the investigation to careful. Don't underestimate me.
We haven't ruled out the possibility of Lelik being human. It's just, there can only be a handful of people.
No, not as strong as me. You'll never find the culprit with criteria like that. Let's go with a little weak. There's no denying that Master is...
He's just trying to find a reference point.
But that's the most important thing. In my opinion, anyway.
Odette? Yeah.
Except she's Fatui, so the likelihood of her working...
No, wait a moment.
What do you mean?
Her Fatui identity doesn't necessarily exonerate her.
Plus, she wouldn't need to be such a pro at covering her... Oh, yikes. I was just thinking still. What reason could Odette possibly have?
Arlecchino would be the best person to ask. Rosaline used to open up to her in private. As I'm sure you can imagine, Arlecchino she gave her some tips on how to handle the situation, and Rosaline managed to reach a settlement. Beyond that, I don't know the details about that side of the reason being. Her father passed away during the early stages of the project. That was back before it had been named Project Stuja.
Huh. The more you know. Rosaline was always so self-centered. I never understood why she started paying so much attention to Is that such a surprise? If you cast your...
Odette's past is no secret. Her father was a Fatus, and her mother was a very famous ballerina. On the surface, it looks like she followed right after her father passed away on a mission. Her mother was Odette was only interested in ballet at the time. But per Capitano's policy, family members of Fatui who died in... So, regardless of how Rosaline may have felt about it, it felt to her...
Right, because the alternative would have been a one-off compensation. Still, she must have had mixed feelings about it.
It's just a theory. A possibility. But as a motive for Odette to become... That said, I have no idea where Odette's head... Plenty of people were on bad terms with Rosaline. I have no intention of... Yes, but...
Yeah, back to Lelik. Since our investigations so far have turned up funnily enough, Tonya and I had actually made plans to go to the theater tomorrow to watch Odette's rehearsal. Which means you can go in my place.
Spirit Seeker. Quite the classic ballet. It was passed down through Odette's mother's, but Odette's been practicing it diligently, and it's finally ready for a return to...
Tonya's excited for it too. She's desperate to see it no matter what.
I've actually seen it several times before. The story, it's a tale of love and regret. But when that classic melody kicks in, not an easy dance to do justice to, though. I know it's always been Odette's dream.
In that case, I think that even if she is Lelik, I'll let you take it from...
You made a ton of progress. Next step is to head back to the theater. Either way, Paimon doesn't get the sense that she's a bad... Maybe this is going too far, but like... Why leave a letter when she could, well, so... If it is, yeah! Well, no change, really. But that... Oh... Hearing you talk about your day...
Yeah, I wish you could be there too.
Guess it's just one of those things...
If Odette is Lelik, she may her father was involved with the project's early implementation. It's hard to imagine she could have gotten this far without knowing anything at all. When she spoke to us as a member of the Fatui, how much did she... Only time...
Hey look! It's snowing! Could be a tough day.
I trust you have packed...
Yeah!
Ooh, it sure is cold today. Here to see Odette? I just need to see your ticket. Perfect. Thank you.
I think I'll leave the Lelik question until... Child said he was originally going to come with... Is there anyone here who looks like Atonia? Let's... Mr. Chuganov's back again by the looks of it. Oh, and his... Oh no. It looks like the show's starting and I still haven't found Tonya. Never...
Members of the audience, I'm a staff member here at the... Today's performance was a very special one for us. As it to commemorate this occasion, we would love to take a group photo of the cast, crew, and...
All right, everyone, huddle in a little more. Now, look at the camera.
Are you quite satisfied, Mr. Energy Scientist? I rather hope you don't have any other escape plans to add to my workload today.
What are you talking about, Sarge? This was simply my way of inviting you to watch Miss Odette's new show with me. And wasn't the performance spectacular? In the future, I heartily encourage you to take...
It was indeed a fine performance, but I must correct you on what...
Working hours and non-working hours are just a social construct. Already? I mean, I was kinda hoping to soak up the atmosphere for a little longer, but off we go then, Sarge. Back to the land of...
That has to be her. She's the only Excuse me. Are you Tonya?
Huh?
Your brother's busy today, so I took his ticket.
Oh, okay.
What's wrong? Maybe she caught a cold on the way...
I haven't seen snow like this in a long...
I know. It's completely white out there.
Let's wait it out for now. You'd be lucky not to freeze to death in this.
Well, look at...
Let's wait.
Why do you need to take it so seriously?
Come to think of it, there's a small inn not far from here. I know the route well. Shall I head over and borrow a few blankets?
Sir, there's really no...
Hey, it's no trouble at all.
What a kind gentleman. Very good. My wife and daughter...
Don't worry about that. I made arrangements in advance. Should I not return to the armory, they will escort us back. You are one of our key military personnel.
Operation Showtime? So, wait. I gotta say, you've really turned this into quite a more...
It's snowing pretty hard out there.
Sure.
Time to get to work. I should head back...
Excuse me, are you looking for someone? Ah, a fan, I'm guessing? Today is just a dress rehearsal. Sorry, but that area is currently off limit.
Bad timing, I guess.
What happened to the gentleman who went to fetch the blankets?
I was thinking the same thing. It's still...
Whatever the reason for his delay, I must say I hate nothing more than people who... well, I have to treat my employees like that on occasion, but...
You seem anxious, Mr. Valeri.
It's been nearly 4 hours since I left the armor. They know how much I despise tardiness and disrupted plans.
Surely a snowstorm like this one counts as such.
Few things in this world can stop the Sneznayan army, Mr. Mitya.
Why don't you go out and take a look? They might be right outside.
An absurd hypothesis. I have no
This doesn't look like an ordinary snowstorm. That guy who left earlier. It looked like...
A man-eating snowstorm? Come on.
Traveler, didn't know you were coming today. How come you didn't say anything? Oh, right. I assumed you were... Whoa, that's quite a snowstorm out there. I've been working back...
Is weather like this?
Yeah, snow like this. Actually, I take that back. I don't think I've seen snow this bad even in the wild.
If even Alosha thinks snow like this isn't normal...
We can't stay cooped up here forever. Someone needs... No need. I have plenty of experience with snow... Everyone by the door. Careful not to let the snow soak into your shoes. In a snow...
Heading out, my man? Be careful.
Thanks for the advice. I am planning to...
He's back! He's back!
Did you see any soldiers patrol...
Something about this storm... There's no one out there. I didn't see... This isn't your average snowstorm. I suspect it might be related to recent...
Are you serious? So all of us...
You want to go outside and see?
This just turned from a
We can only hope that our friend who went to fetch the blankets...
Is it really that bad? But my daughter...
Huh? Whoa! So now we're stuck here? Oh, this is on the bright side. The theater's always well stocked with at least...
Fine by me.
This seems like a sensible...
What are you staring outside and praying for, my man?
Oh, your majesty the Tsaritsa. This is a golden opportunity to spend the night on...
I think I've changed my mind.
Sir, if you so much as look at us funny, you'll be seeing stars in a whole other way. Behave yourself, or you'll be...
It's getting colder. We need to keep the indoor. Close the door and lock.
And then there's the aristocrats. Easiest of all to deal with. Because nothing horrifies them more than the thought of a cheap, coarse rope leaving creases on their precious million.
Unexpected.
Now look at that. I got myself a new listener. Hey there. Let me introduce myself. The name's
And I am Chuganov, an entrepreneur. If my name is unfamiliar to you.
Are you really that famous, Mr. Chuganov?
Excuse me?
Oh, I'll have to ask my rope later. It's probably...
How are you feeling, Tonya?
I'm fine. Sorry to worry you. I'm used to it by this point.
Child must take great care of his sister.
You know, I actually stuck in a strange place thanks to a snowstorm. Having to spend the night with a bunch of... Exactly. It's like one of those stories where an...
Look after yourself.
My husband has major trust issues. To him...
That's the price of marrying into wealth. You'll get used to it. Hello?
This is highly irregular. A delay of over an hour during an operation like this.
Sarge, the day you learned to let go and just... why, hello, sir. I believe any friend of the theater's star performers is a friend of mine.
Greetings. Major Valeri, head of the specialist. I am here to ensure Mr. Mitia's personal safety. Please let...
Mr. Traveler, I cannot help but notice that Miss Odette is stealing glances at me. Any idea what that could be about? I've racked my brains, but I can't think of anything I might have done to offend her.
Perhaps so, Mr. Mitia.
Yes, that's right. The higher-ups in the Fatui transferred me from the Energy Commission to the Armory Palace because they... Really? I can't even talk about that? All right, I won't say anything.
I don't think it's ever been this lively back. Hey, have you seen Chuganov?
I'm with you. This could be just the chance we...
Yeah, I gotta figure out a way to coax some more intel out of him. I want...
For the Rokad, or...
Shh! There are other people...
I have to say, even though today was a rehearsal and there were some hiccups along the way.
I couldn't agree more, especially considering the... Do you think we were coming on too strong?
What about you? What did you think of today's performance? Oh my. I'll make sure to save a ticket for you when the
This doesn't seem like the time or place to bring up the
so unfair. Talk about...
And now it looks like I've been spotted. You know Mitya too?
No, I don't.
How's it looking, Alosha?
No change from this afternoon.
May I have your attention, please? We at the theater owe everyone here a duty of care. Therefore, in a few short moments, we'll give you a tour of the theater's various quarters. You can choose to sleep in the VIP room.
I'll pass on sleeping on the stage. What if the snow is stopped by tomorrow morning? The early birds in the audience might think we're part of...
A drama about sleeping? That could be fun. Maybe we could come up with a title for...
What? Got it. Anyone who doesn't wish to sleep on the stage, please follow...
I guess I'll call it a night. Though I'm sure she'll be worried that I haven't made it back yet. I wonder if she's feeling any better yet.
Ah, finally. Welcome back to the world of the living, lazy bones. I was about to wake you. The black mist is almost on. Still waking up, huh? You know. Come on. Let's keep heading up. Onwards and upwards is the only way to survive. Don't listen to a word those black mist cultists...
Here we go again.
What's going on? That black mist down there is creeping me out.
The black mist cultists believe that being swallowed by the black mist leads to everlasting peace. But if you ask me, they're just lying to themselves. We're the only heretics left. The only ones who refuse to give in. We have to keep going.
But how do you actually know that they're wrong?
Dangerous question there, Torgov. The moment your faith wavers, you start a chain reaction that ends in the collapse of your will. Put the question out of your mind. Stay strong and believe that the black mist means certain death.
Okay, but it's not my mind that's the problem. My body's about to give...
I can't do this anymore.
All this will pass eventually, I promise.
You accuse the Black Mist cultists of being liars. But you're lying too.
The cult of the Black Mist has poisoned your mind, Sobolova.
I am.
As much as I detest the Black Mist cult...
Then I bid you both farewell. Let me put my personal opinions as... Fate always appears so impossibly complicated. But their fate was sealed from the instant they entertained doubt. From then on... Torgov and Sobolova are gone. I never thought the day would come when even they would be swallowed by the Black Mist. Yes, it looks like it's satisfied. This happens from time to time. But it won't be long before the Black Mist... Well, we should make the most of the precious moments of rest. Huh?
What is it, Chuganov?
Is it morning already? Sounds like it's coming from next...
Don't look, Miss Tonya.
What happened to...
These two people have passed away. And have I seen this moment before?
Let me take a look. No vital signs in either of them. The cause of death, however, remains unclear.
But just last night, they were chatting.
Could they have had pre-existing medical conditions? Even then, the odds of them...
It's hard to believe that they died of natural causes. Who was the first to discover the...
It was me. But these deaths have nothing to... Then I noticed that the door to this room was open, And it looked like there was a man and woman.
I can corroborate this. I was doing my morning exercises near the I can also confirm that I didn't see a single person approach.
The snowstorm was raging all night, and it's still...
You mean an intruder? No, not possible.
Everyone, split into pairs and search the theater for anyone in hiding, or any signs of suspicious...
Nothing on your backstage is clear. No signs of...
We checked the basement. Also clear. I don't think there's a...
Are we certain that the theater doesn't have a back door? Or any tunnel or passageway wide?
No, there's nothing like that. If people were sneaking in... I also checked the windows. All of them are locked.
It sounds like we can safely rule out the intruder theory. If anyone can...
This can only mean one thing. It's like one of those murder mysteries you see in novels and plays, isn't it?
We can't quite jump to that
Could he be right? It's hard to imagine something like that said in a theater during a snowstorm. A murder takes place.
Looking at who the killer targeted, and the clean entry and exit, it all adds up. I know it.
What is?
Both victims were wealthy, well-known local merchants. And the door was deliberately left such...
Lelik?
You mean Lelik is among us?
Lelik. I know this code name. Member of the Rokot, anti-Project Stuja. Always works alone. Walk me through your reasoning, Mr. Chuganov.
What now, huh? What now, Lelik? What more do you want from... You snuck into my house the other day while I was asleep. Left a threatening letter. And I did all the...
So, he really was threatened.
And now you're resorting to murder to threaten me. Isn't that right? Show yourself! Which one of you is Lelik,
Was this really Lelik's doing? If Odette really is Lelik, I'm probably the only one here with a compelling theory about Lelik's true identity. What should I...
I don't think it's like, at least from the stories I've heard. He's never... Besides, even if Lelik did want to threaten you...
Vodyanitsa doesn't know that Lelik might be a...
Miss Vodyanitsa?
Defense? Oh, no, it's just... I'm worried that we're jumping to...
Well, if you think I'm so wrong...
The case is still evolving, Mr. Chuganov. Please do not prevent others from expressing their opinion.
Even so, there's no denying that the recent threat received by Miss...
So there's still a good... I can't do this anymore.
Whoa, take a beat. We all know it's far too dangerous out there, and whoever this Lelik is, they're surely not going to murder anyone in broad...
As much as I regret having to say this, because as things... Unless anyone has further information to share, let's adjourn for now. Feel...
You're right, that was my bad. It was a knee-jerk reaction. I didn't think it through. Luckily, no one...
Since Vodyanitsa and I were on the same page earlier.
Whoa. Are you serious? I don't know if this counts as gossip, but it's definitely on track to be the juiciest this whole year.
Почему?
Odette? Really?
Actually, it's exactly what you'd expect.
And now that you mention it, what are we up to now? Odette's identities. She's my coworker. Specifically about... it must be... I guess since I've always known her as a member of the Fatui, I don't understand. If she...
Probably best if you...
Well, since you waited until now to bring this up instead of announcing it to everyone earlier... Yeah. Lelik may not follow orders from the Rokot leadership, But as far we need to
Do you think she'd really admit to being...
I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. For now... Now's our chance. Hey, Odette! Shh! Keep your voice. So... Alright, fine. You don't have to say anything. None of us believes you kill innocent people. The Traveler was the first to figure out your identity. Still, it's clear where the group consensus is heading. We're your colleagues, and we know... So, can you clue us in?
All right. Yes, and thanks, but I don't need you to cover for me.
Huh? You're good.
That's right. I'll admit I was surprised at first when Chuganov, but after taking some time to assess the situation and confirm where everyone stands, I don't believe...
Are you sure you... What?!
So...
I don't know what game you're playing.
It's just one identity. So what if it's exposed? I made my peace with this, but more importantly, I promise I am not. So, if anyone still insists that I did that otherwise, I suggest that you bite your tongue. Because if you really believe I killed 2 people without making a sound...
Is this...
A real no-nonsense attitude.
Are you seriously buying this? Hey!
I do have one question, Miss Odette.
If I didn't say anything, everyone would be... And that is exactly what the real culprit wants.
Despite all the accusations, she made the smart choice. A remarkable display.
She thought so far ahead.
You've convinced me. Dealing with the murder case remains the top priority right now. Nevertheless, the group still considers you the prime suspect.
I understand. You're welcome to keep an eye...
Mr. Chu...
For my wife...
Good work, Lelek Guard Team. And Lelek, too.
Turns out Valeri knew about my exploits. So now I've been told I have to guard Lelek.
Shouldn't you be facing my way if you're guarding me? At the moment...
If the true culprit is indeed still at large, as you...
Don't worry, Tonya. Once the snow stops, the officials will step in. You're gonna miss us, huh? Well...
Really, Miss Vodoyanitsa?
Aw, all right. Let's swear to it. I promise.
Don't indulge her, Tony.
You really do get carried away so...
Hey!
Don't be nervous, Miss Water Imp. Everyone's here. There's nothing...
Excuse me?
No.
Oh. Wait, but how... Oh.
Primary mode of expression. I've not come across...
Well, it's just... We want the emotions we convey through song take precedence over our facial expression.
I'm impressed, Shram. I didn't take you...
It's not about being cultured or not. The thing is, this mode of expression, and yet...
It's really not the big deal you're making it out to be. I think I just have a knack... Anyway, we spent so much time together...
Oh, I guess that makes sense. Still, the fact that...
Hey, what are you implying? You're not...
Heavens! Why would I do...
It's getting late. We should discuss our sleeping arrangement.
I suggest that we don't sleep in separate quarters tonight.
As long as someone keeps an...
Are you saying that you wish to bet your life on Miss Odette? Then I propose the following arrangement for tonight. The Traveler, Odette, and I will form the Night Watch.
An excellent idea. This allows us to handle the Night Watch while also keeping an eye on Lelek. I expect that plan took you quite...
Actually, our field combat manual outlines a similar approach. Although the scenario there involves... That being said, I must... In fact, Lelek's numerous covert operations make fine textbook examples for military agents.
I care less about respect, and more about the fact that you just robbed me of 2/3 of my sleep I'm calling dibs on being the first to rat.
It's almost time. We should wake Odette. Oh, not going to argue with that.
It's finally time for Odette and I to share. I came here to get information from her in the first...
How long are you gonna keep staring at me? Couldn't sleep. Plus, there's something... I had a hunch that you wanted a conversation, too. I just had a simple Rosaline. In her final moments... I see. No, she was utterly ruthless in pursuing her goal. And yet, even though I never approved of her methods, and oh, she told you. I guess that makes sense. Yes. Rosaline wasn't the kind to go. When I was a child, I had to join the Fatui for this. It was extremely grueling. And it didn't exactly come naturally to me. All I could do was try to ignore. I was a newcomer who'd managed to make a good first impression on a harbinger. Every day was a struggle against the cold, pain. After enduring all that, surely any child who had to experience that, so I put an equal amount of effort into my ballet. Because in my young mind, it was my way of telling her. The Fatui's demand. I think she probably blamed my poor performance in training on one time. When I was secretly practicing a dance at night, I told her, "You don't deserve to." She looked stunned. I guess, but strangely enough, on that occasion, after that, she never interfered with my dancing or asked me how it was going. She was. But even now, whenever I take out this core Ignis, I can't help but think of that night. Sort of. Although gift might be too kind, she knew the location of every piece of core Ignis. If any recipient started acting suspiciously, so, when news of Rosaline's death reached Snežnaya, many people immediately crushed their, but I kept mine. With my I still wonder, did she really come to stop me that night? I guess she didn't leave anything behind. Not that I expected her to. It's fine. It's just a bit... She did. Are you sure? Huh. No, she didn't. I didn't even find out that she'd gone to Mondstadt until a while after she left. Wait, in that case... Okay, I will. Thanks for letting me know.
There's something I'm trying to figure out. I'm beginning to suspect that Paimon's very important to me. So I have to...
The ultimate goal of this energy experiment, the weapon's construction, was completed in Nodkrai. Now, all that remains is to arm it with... Yes. The weapon's development and all the related experiments are overseen by Lord Pierre. I'm not sure why this experiment would be making Paimon feel unwell. Once we get out of here, I'll help you apply. And I'm hardly the organization's proudest member, as you know.
You two seem to be hitting it off.
I thought you were sleeping.
Of course I was. In the military, one learns to fall asleep quickly.
Even if he was awake.
Well, thank you both for keeping watch.
Sure. This is our second night here. But I hope she's been... Seriously? Never.
Hey, what are you spacing out for?
How long have we been walking?
Time's lost all meaning. Ever since...
A star key? Or key star? Anyway...
Whatever it's called. Ever since we noticed it, we've been walking up, but it seems like no matter how...
Well, we've come this far.
We got ourselves a straggler.
Monsters! Watch out!
Not again! I've lost count of how many times we run into them. Be careful.
What the? What the? And cake!
Hey, tough guy!
Shut up! Run faster.
You wanna fight? Get ready!
Go! Gonna clean ya!
Fighting frog!
Having second thoughts?
And cake!
What the?
Monsters ahead of us? The black mist behind us? It feels like there's no escape.
Run faster. Cryo storm!
Learned.
Are you hurt, Coolish?
No.
I get you. In fact...
Yeah. The hope that the star gives us is the only thing keeping us going. Otherwise, why would it always be out of reach?
We know you mean well, but you're only...
Thank you, friend. You're going to continue, aren't you? I admire that.
It's not an illusion. We really are getting closer to the star.
Congratulations. You're the first person. I'm the star's envoy. The black mist has stopped rising. This is a good opportunity. I'll let you get some rest. Hmm? What do you mean, congratulations on reaching the starting point? Once you are ready, we... Huh? What's wrong?
Rampana! Rampana!
Is that...
Coolish, wake up! Please wake up!
The situation is identical to that of the two
At least there are some elements that we can rule out this time. They slept on...
Weren't some of us keeping watch last night?
I'm as confused as you are.
Likewise, and from what I've observed so far, both Miss Odette...
To be honest, I didn't get a wink of sleep last night. I heard the Traveler and Lelic chatting, but...
Me too. I didn't want to wake everyone up, so I was...
Then, what could possibly be causing... I worked closely with Rampana and Coolish for...
4 victims in just 2 days. I need to get to the bottom of this as soon as possible. And above...
Still snowing?
Yes, I just checked.
So we only have ourselves...
If you ask me, this killer can clearly strike whenever they please. The Night Watch was a use... Lelic must be an expert in poisoning. Clearly she...
Here we go.
Listen, I was already thinking to myself last night, was Lelic's reason for revealing she's been playing us for fools? You get off on the...
That's a hideous thought. One that only a hideous...
How?
That's enough. yesterday. You named Lelik, but today's victims were just ordinary people. Not to mention that they—
Who knows? Maybe, I implore you all to ask yourselves. Lelik is well known to be a ruthless operator.
Everything you've said so far is still just conjecture, which doesn't constitute a concrete lead. You need to back up your claims with some evidence.
How can you defend her, officer? What did she say to you while you were on night watch? Maybe I shouldn't be so surprised. You military types are always colluding with criminals to target the rich. All so you can get your grubby paws on our hard-earned fortunes. Then tell us to fall in line. The Fatui, the Druzhna, and the Rokot. Thugs, the lot of you. Don't you dare!
Sir, but you were the one who told us not to stop other people from expressing their opinions yesterday. 4 people have already died. Only yesterday I was chatting with Mr. Coolish. Then we woke up in the morning and he's... Turning against one another is the last thing we should be doing right now.
Little girl.
Even if Mr. Chuganov is a puffed-up, pig-headed windbag who doesn't have a clue what he's talking about, he's still one of the victims here, isn't he?
Quite. I had no intention of resorting to violence. But you're right, Miss Tonia. I ought not prevent him from speaking his mind. In any case, I believe Mr. Chuganov has calmed down a little now. We may resume our discussion.
I don't think there's any need for that. What is there to discuss? Nothing about this situation is normal.
Did you have an idea, Mitya? You're the brainiac here, right? Come on, clue us in.
I've been mulling something over. All the leads we have so far concern things from outside the theater. Miss Odette's alter ego, the threats Mr. Chuganov received. But then there's the 2 double murder crime scenes themselves, which have given us absolutely nothing to go on whatsoever. That's highly unusual. Even with the most careful killers, there's always some evidence left behind.
So what are you suggesting?
I think this could be a supernatural event. It isn't characteristic of human-on-human homicide at all.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't you supposed to be a scientist? That doesn't sound like a conclusion someone like you is supposed to make.
I got into scientific research because of my insatiable curiosity. But if the present situation defies all known scientific explanations, I don't mind shifting my curiosity toward the paranormal instead.
Now that you mention it, I remember when I first came to the theater. I heard rumors about this place being haunted. Haunted?
Yeah, I think I heard the same thing. But I mean, they're only rumors, right? We've worked here for years. Surely we would have noticed any spooky goings-on by now.
Well, this has taken an unexpected turn. A haunted theater? If Paimon were here, she'd probably be hiding behind me in fear right now.
Why don't we take this opportunity to look for clues again with a more open mind? Maybe a different perspective will help us see something different.
Very well. Whether it's criminals or ghosts we're looking for, the same rules apply. Everyone needs to tread carefully. I'll move the bodies into the same room for now.
Valeri, come take a look at this. You too, Traveler.
Some sort of notebook. What is it for?
It's the on-duty logbook for the theater. Coolish was the main person to use it. He mostly used it to record any unusual incidents during a show, audience numbers, exit times, and yes, he'd always have this logbook with him when he checked tickets at the entrance.
This should confirm a lot of key details about the recent show. So, you find anything unusual?
Yes. The number of people. I've checked and double-checked, but the numbers just don't match what's recorded in the logbook. Apparently, we have an extra person among us.
Are we certain that logbook is accurate? Could someone have sneaked in without buying a
Among
ticket or
Us?
something?
Unlikely. Coolish took his duties very seriously. I've rarely seen any errors in his... Not to mention that this was a dress rehearsal, meaning smaller audience numbers and tighter ticket restrictions than usual. Everything would have been well within his control.
We no longer have our tickets with us, do we? They got collected on entry.
Unfortunately not. The theater recycles tickets. Once people are in the door, they don't tend to leave until the show Still...
Did an extra person just
Сейчас вернусь. Да, дождались они. После Фонтейна решили повторить, что заперто в одном месте на определенное время. Довольно долго уже.
Tonya, did you find anything?
Not yet. Still looking. So...
This looks like...
Well, alright.
Водяница, что ли? Ну да.
Huh. This happened.
Maybe it's a little rude for us to peek at this. I feel like it sounds like she's writing this for her
Because her water imp parents belong to the aristocracy, who were driven out of Snežnaya by the Tsaritsa long ago. It's fine. My fault for not storing it properly. I can't leave things lying around. All right, give me my notebook back. I'll take over the investigation.
Кстати, водяница, наверное, буду убивать в следующем обновлении. Мне нравится их характер. Прям такой живой персонаж. Не то, что седлали.
Ah, Traveler. Since you're here, come take a look at this.
Alosha found it. We're both curious to hear your perspective.
An investigation report, huh? Looks quite old.
The theater manager must have hired an investigator once specifically to look into this.
Presumably, the manager wanted to know if the supposed haunting was dangerous while also being... Anyway, the bottom line is, the haunting is actually real after all. It's caused by an obstruction in the ley lines. Is there...
Ley line problems are pretty unexceptional to me by this point. It's hard to imagine what connection it could have to these...
Some of the language that appears at the very end of the report caught my eye. Angel civilization? My area of research doesn't touch on any of that. Huh? A piece of paper just fell out from the report. It landed right by your feet. How unnerving. It was death is near. But if so, how did the author force...
Maybe things are more...
No, wait a second. If we take the report definitively concludes that the hauntings in the theater are harmless and cannot affect... The question is, what exactly does the note mean by death? The various ways we could interpret this keyword... If we take all this together, it's not impossible, is it? If anything, it's the...
Oh, I beg to differ. This sounds to me like a product of a researcher's vivid imagination. And perhaps it's because I'm still viewing this through the lens of a typical...
Does it really sound that far-fetched? All right, well...
Good. Okay, now that we finally have some meaningful...
Ну, это прям растянут. Крест.
So, that's about everything. I'll share my theory first. Based on what we've learned from the logbook, if the killer had simply bought a ticket, I expect he or she either hid in the theater ahead of time, or found a way to slip.
What about the note found in the investigation report? Any thoughts on...
The killer may have simply planted it there as some sort of sick joke.
So, it has nothing to do with the...
This theory makes sense to me. If we have an audience member unaccounted for...
Could it really be...
So, in other words, all we have to do is Then let me make one thing clear. All the theater staff...
It's true. I hear you used every trick in the book to get a hold of that.
I most certainly did not degrade myself.
Probably a stupid question, but... Guess it was naive of me to...
Especially after the unprompted Lelic reveal. Once was already...
I don't believe any of us here knew Shram before all this. If no one can verify Shram's identity...
Спасибо. Без ложечки. Ну я ж за контроллер берусь.
Mr. Shram, did you really go...
Huh? Me?
It's not that you stand out as suspicious. More that...
Okay. Well, we spent the best part of 2 days together.
Yeah, I have no doubt that you're a good person. But the problem... Although, actually, what was it you said last night? Last time I checked, there were barely any of us... And I suppose it's also...
Good grief. Are you blushing? Pull yourself together, man. Stop...
Hey, revolting is a little strong. I was just the bodyguard hired by our family. But the stars must have aligned, because sparks began to fly between me and their daughter. Never in my wildest dreams did I think I'd get so lucky.
Я закрою.
We don't need details. Just get to the point.
Okay, okay. I'm just a little hesitant to reveal her name, that's all. Even with me to protect her. If word gets out that she's dating a human, both the Fae and...
Really? Wait.
Huh? Shram.
Hmm? Why is there...
Delicate times.
Yes?
If I'm not mistaken, the last significant civil war in Snezhnayan history was over 4...
What do you mean, 400?
What's going on here?
All right, Mr. Mitya, you win this round. As far...
I'm just as amazed as you are. I didn't even believe it myself.
Is someone going to explain what's going on?
From the look on your face, you figured it out too, haven't you, Traveler?
That seems to be the case. Shram's the extra person, but there's no way of The theater's ley lines have been modified to block souls within its grounds from returning to them. Mr. Shram's statement proves he is, and according to the investigation report on the theater hauntings, for some unknown reason, the soul that has been wandering the... Yeah, that must be the... The contents of the investigation report have been verified. There are indeed death is near.
Yeah, the logic is clear now. The investigation report said that Mr. Shram must be one such soul who died in the theater alone. So when the note said death is near, it must have been referring to death as in...
Someone who died.
In short, there's a dead person among us.
You mean I'm a ghost? No, no. But even if I was dead, I know for a fact...
Yeah, even if all that's true.
Then the ley lines have a powerful ability to attract and devour souls. Let's say that the ley lines are like a black hole, constantly seeking to engulf souls. But the... What happens when the black hole can't achieve its goal? I'm only speculating here, but...
That could explain why we weren't able to determine a cause of death. If you're right.
It does seem to explain a lot of the things.
Except there's no concrete evidence. Mitya's still, it seems like the...
All right, so how could Shram not know that...
On the contrary, it's perfectly normal for a soul to wander the theater for centuries without questioning...
I'm trying to remember and... I was the one who didn't want to remember... Well, my lady and I snuck out to go on a date one day. We bought tickets for the theater. All of a sudden, a group of people burst into the theater, shouting for all the water imps to get out. Performers and audience members included. It was clear the conflict between humans and Fae had reached a boiling point. This time, I thought I could pull one over on them. So I took off my jacket, draped it over my lady, and tried to sneak out amid the chaos. But I got caught. They started but I was going to do whatever it took to buy her a chance to escape. No matter how many people stood in my way. I had to. Both as their bodyguard. And out of love.
It's all right, friend. You can stop there if you...
It's just... If I'd known I was a dead man walking, I wouldn't have dragged you down with me.
But...
No. I refuse to be a burden. I guess it's high time I got a breath.
Mr. Shram, I'm sure we can figure...
My good sir. We both know I'm not supposed to be here. I should have...
No.
Let it go, man. Oh. Wait. One last...
Ozarova. Oh! Auntie Ozarova!
I'm so glad she survived. As long as she went on to be happy. That's all that matters. There's no need to see me off, my friends. I've enjoyed our time together.
Take care, my man.
I knew Mr. Shram was already dead, but...
Death is cruel. No matter...
So, was the conflict between Fae and humans really that bad back then? I was only little, so I don't remember much. It's terrible to think that so many innocent people had their lives turned upside down. Even the historical records about that time period don't say much about it. All people know is that the Tsaritsa founded the Fatui, drove out most of the Fey aristocracy without explanation, then used her terrifying power to suppress the humans.
It seems to me like the Tsaritsa chose to make herself the enemy. She downplayed the conflict. That's also why, despite how brutal the conflict was at the time, there hasn't been much lingering tension between...
So, the Tsaritsa banished the Fey to protect the Fey living in the city?
Maybe it's not quite as bad as it sounds. I don't think Her Majesty is too concerned if mortals hate her.
All this time?
All right. If Mitia's theory is correct, then I think we...
Ugh, if only this blasted...
Well, the information he revealed.
Looks like now we can just rest until the snow... I still can't believe Shram turned out to be a ghost who'd been in the theater for hundreds of years.
Knock, knock.
Huh?
Knock, knock.
You know the door isn't closed.
Think of it as a signal then. When I'm entering someone else's room, thanks.
So, what?
Vodyanitsa said you knew, but when everyone was discussing who Lelik could be, yes.
It's nothing. I mean, you didn't hold what happened with Sin...
Actually, there's something else as well. So I thought I'd come and ask you for it. It's about before all of this. The last time I saw him, he was, as I'm sure you know, my goal is Lelik. Well, when I found out the tech lead for the experiment behind Project Stuja was me, I often saw him around the theater. But I soon concluded, so I decided to infiltrate the Armory Palace and go directly to his lab. Well, I suppose there was a bit of luck involved. But when I finally made it to his lab, I checked his breathing and I thought maybe another anti-Project Stuja activist had beaten me to it.
That's why you were so on guard around Mitia that first night here.
Yes. When I saw him sitting in the audience during the performance, I could barely... To me, it was a miracle. Somehow, he'd come back from the dead. But then, the murder started, that is, until Mitia himself...
And yet, you thought that bringing it up right away would...
Exactly. Besides, we soon figured out that Mr. Shram was...
But now, it seems I understand why you kept it to yourself. There was so much information.
So...
Let me confirm one thing first.
Around a week ago.
A week ago? That's earlier than I thought. He seemed completely normal to me.
So he was definitely alive on that day.
Here's a thought. The reason we even suspected a dead person could be among us was but Mitia's death happened inside the Armory Palace.
You're right. I guess he...
I think the chances of it being him are very low.
Unless what?
Unless he really did come...
Huh, what's this? A private meet and greet? Where do I line up?
That's...
Well, I was just making the rounds.
What is going on with this storm? Could it be connected?
I almost hope it is. Her Majesty the Tsaritsa left...
Do you think people still feel the cold after they die?
Death itself is cold, isn't it? I'm sure this...
Well, I hope he has a safe journey. Thinking back on it, once we get out of here, how are we...
Are you okay?
Look who's Mr. Nice Guy all of a sudden. Is it because...
Yeah, without Tonya, who knows?
I told you already.
Little girl? I was rather...
Oh,
I've been so kind to everyone, but never let... Especially when she was little. All right, easy. Are you taking...
Yeah. I'll be fine once I see my brother.
I see.
We should probably discuss arrangements for tonight. Now that however, out of an...
Shouldn't we take...
No need. I managed to get a nap in earlier, so I...
What a long day. This whole situation turned out to be way... But Valeri's right. I should just try to calm down.
Началось. То есть продолжилось.
He's awake. He's awake! Get over here, you big lug, and take a look.
If you must call me something, call me Mr. Door. The Black Mist is coming. You need to go.
Are you all right? Can you walk? We just got attacked by monsters on our way up. That Mr. Door fellow protected us. He just seemed to come out of nowhere. Not much of a talker, but when it comes to taking down monsters, that man... Curses! The Black Mist... Mr. Door, I don't believe I've ever seen you around here before. Why is that?
There's no need to try to get to know me. I'm just Mr. Door.
Mr. Door! Looking for trouble! Get rid of them!
I can just push these ones off.
Well, anyway, we're lucky to have you here. Thanks for saving us earlier.
No need to thank me. This is where my duty lies.
So we're doing this the hard way. You win.
Fighting frog! Oh, remarkable work, Mr. Door. Oh, if I had your muscles, I'd do the same. Are none of these doors the one you're looking for?
No.
Come now, closer.
Encase! Condense!
By my command. Impossible.
Cryostorm!
Impossible.
I'm so... Wait, look! There's more monsters down there! No, no! Mr. Door, what are you doing?
Found it. This is my door.
What?
I am a door. This is where my duty lies.
No! You say...
You must keep going. A door can only...
but... Oh, you're right. Let... The Black Mist isn't moving anymore. I didn't just... Surely I wasn't so scared at... Oh, okay, good. Hmm? Getting some...
Так он же должен быть персонажем игровым. Чего?
What time is it? Is it morning? I think I had a nightmare. I guess everyone's still asleep? These past two... Larry?
Wake up! Everyone needs to wake up!
Just like the last 2 nights. No clear cause of death. I've been a real thorn in your side, but for me, life will be all the duller for—
How's Tonya?
I just checked on her, and it doesn't seem like anything serious.
That means Valer—
If Valeri was awake and keeping watch, it would have been impossible.
This is so frustrating. Why has—
Actually, one thing has changed.
But Mr. Schramm was all... After the deceased Schramm left, it's a reasonable conclusion. The number of people who die each night is equivalent to the number—
Exactly. We identified Mr. Schramm, and the night after he left, by that logic, there must be—
Another one? But there was only one person unaccounted for.
Having an extra person was definitely a cause for alarm. But being one person short isn't nearly as unusual. Someone could have left in the middle of the show, or—
One more dead person among us. If Mitya's theory is right, then what Odette told me seems a lot more relevant.
Тогда не все должны вернуться, Валерий же должен быть игровым персонажем.
It's just, at the time, if only we'd taken it.
I'm sorry. This is my fault. I hadn't—
I'm partly to blame as well.
What is this about?
Sounds like there's some big news you've been keeping from—
Где Алёша?
Wow.
Odette and I talked about it yesterday, but we thought it—
Yeah, I don't blame you. If I'd been there, I probably would have reached this— Let me just try and verify this. But I honestly have no recollection.
Having seen Mr. Mitya—
Well, if it isn't Mitya—
If you don't mind me asking, Traveler, I believe you—
No, never.
Now just 1 minute. You're in the hot seat, and all—
Trying to pick a fight, Mr. Chuganov? Whenever you open your mouth, all you do—
You!
Did Mitya ask about Tonya? I suppose I only identified her by age.
I'm just saying. You're going around. I can vouch for her, if nothing else. I've seen her before.
Oh, really?
Since being here, I don't think I ever met—
If Chuganov can vouch for her, then it can't be Tonya Miss Odette, could you go over that afternoon with me one more?
No problem.
No matter how hard I try, Miss Vojanitsa, during our last meal together, I told you how some of the research—
Oh, yeah. You said it was hindering the—
Right. And even though I don't remember dying that day, some of my memories from that—
Are you suggesting you're missing?
Of course. How am I only just realizing—
You mean being silently assassinated?
The researcher's amnesia. I must thank you, Odette. I think your perspective just—
Oh, leave! Hey, wait a—
Come on, kid. Aren't you—
I have other reasons beyond what's been discussed. I remember during Miss Odette's performance, while I was sitting in the audience stalls, a brilliant nuance— I can't remember it now at all, and I didn't take any notes.
No. Hold on. I see there's a glaringly obvious flaw in that idea.
I believe Miss Odette's account. During the period where my memory is blank, I must have been either— All it would take is for the same thing to happen in the theater, and I would come under the— There's no evidence to suggest that anyone other than me is a candidate for— Please relax, everyone. I don't think things are as bad— If, on the other hand, I'm still alive right now—
Mitya's right. This is the only thing we can try right now.
What is a scientist if not someone who gambles on experiment with this snowstorm, the ley line phenomenon, ghosts of the dead? But if I do get resurrected, you can be sure that I'll come back with the truth of all this.
Но они даже не вернутся. Валерий должен жить.
Poor Mr. Mitya. I didn't even get to see him one last time.
Maybe it's a good thing that you weren't there to see it.
I hate goodbyes.
Maybe it's the realization that, come to think of it, the main reason we're still alive. You could take it a step further and say that if I make it out of here, I'm going to cherish every moment that—
Without regrets. I feel like a strange...
Are you okay?
If something's bugging you, let's talk about it. There's only...
I have a travel companion named Paimon.
You're worried about her, aren't you?
To be honest, I used to feel like I was just... But with Paimon by my side, over time, she loves eating, sleeping, and having fun over the last few days that we've been apart. But by the time I snap out of it, I'm trying to overcome this sense of detachment, but...
I bet she misses you.
I don't know if this will make you feel any better, but back when the water imps left, I could be surrounded by people, all smiling and having... Later on, I started to think, all we can do is cherish their So, once we get out of here, you...
Thank you.
But Vodyanitsa...
That's just the choice I made, like I said before. Singing as a water imp, our songs have echoed through this theater for hundreds of years. But does a story exist? So I made the choice to stay.
Could you teach me how to understand your people's songs sometime?
A fan after my own heart.
Okay.
Надеюсь, не все просто живут.
I've never heard that one before.
Color me impressed. Most people can only tell if a song is happy or sad. I've actually never performed this song in the theater before. It means something like, may those we have lost watch over us, and follow this song back home.
No wonder I could hear that sense of longing. You sing it for love.
It's getting late, Tonya, and you're not well.
Okay, but...
Of course. Anything for...
Once I get out of here, I definitely don't plan on ever coming back. But I guess that means I'll never get to hear Vodyanitsa before I fall asleep.
Почему?
Where? It's so dark in here. Huh? Whoa!
Тоня?
Return, O spirits. Fulfill your oath of protection. No time for questions. All right, we're safe. The spirit just now is called Night Prayer. Sort of. I know it's hard, but you can't let this Yep. Luckily, I was here to
A bit more than a bummer, I'd say.
Sure I do. I specialize in soul...
Thanks.
All right, there's no time to waste. The black mist is already... We need to reach the next switch before the place gets too dark. If we bring the light back, Night Prayer won't be able to get to us. Sweet, sweet light! It's back! Now that's a sight for sore eyes. Shh! It's Night Prayer. We need to move quick, but don't let her notice you. Look out! The next switch is... over there!
за бачок. И укусит за бачок. Как песня играет. Не ложись на бачок. Придет серенький волчок и укусит за бачок.
No, Night Prayer is here too. This can't be the only path. Let's head up there and take a look. The switch is just up ahead. Hurry! It's too dark. Traveler! I won't let you die like...
Even though it's not permanent, dying is definitely not...
Great.
Yeah.
Time for you to get out of...
What about you?
I can't. I've already... A guardian spirit's skills are finite. I might not look any different, but I can go no further.
Why didn't you tell me...
Because it wouldn't have changed anything. That...
But...
Go. Now, before it's...
Ну точно, все должны вернуться. Все должны быть живы. Ну что это такое? Рано мы что-то там не то сделал.
Well, I guess there's...
This wasn't supposed to happen.
Take a long, hard look at... I suspected you on day one, Lelic, and now look where we are. By some strange coincidence. And you, little hunter, ever so content with...
Now you're just lashing out indiscriminately. Where was all this passion and bravado before?
Is that a threat? Fine, bring it on.
After all the trauma of the past few days, Valeria and Mitya aren't here anymore. But first, I need to think this through. My memories are perfectly coherent. He's arguably the first friend we made after arriving in Snežnej. Of those who remain, the only person we people are easily misled by first impressions. But Mr. Chuganov vouched for Tonia's idea. Tonya, how's Tusser been lately? Your brother Ajax must have mentioned me in his letters home, right? Did he say...
No.
Oh.
Chuganov. Looks like it...
I knew you were behind this, Chugan. Everything about you is fake. Down to the wife and that night, when I infiltrated your place as Lelic. I noticed, but thinking back on it now...
Even that was a lie?
Curses! Oh, why is there no end to...
I think the reason I'm always coughing is because I got sick with frostbite. It's not a very common illness. It's partly genetic and partly caused by the cold climate. But it can be fatal. After a while, I felt myself growing weaker and weaker. So one day, I told my brother that I wanted him to take me outside. He agreed. We got to the theater, bought tickets, and went inside.
Oh.
When I woke up, I couldn't, but there's no way he'd leave me behind. So I decided to stay here. Tonya. Yeah, I know. I understand. After all of that, I'm sorry, everyone. I realized...
Your name probably isn't even Tonya, is it?
Well, when I was little, when we escaped from the hospital, so when you first approached me and said my brother, I thought he must have chosen a fake name that only the two of us would know. At least your memory of death isn't painful. Now it's your turn, Chuganov.
You're right. I was lying. And the truth of the matter is, I lost them. My daughter's name was Iskra. And she also died from the snow after Iskra passed. One day when I came home from work and saw the empty, I soon discovered that this was the only thing.
Nothing more than a pathetic means of escapism. So explain your...
The night before last, when I was chatting with Tonya, she combined with her various... The snow cough used to be an incurable illness. But the year after my daughter passed away, the gesture of the... It turned out that all previous treatments were complete. That was the final straw. So, more than anyone, poor Miss Tonya, therefore, had to have been...
So, you projected your daughter onto her?
That doesn't make any sense. You knew she was already...
I just don't... How can you just declare a living person dead and Nitia's gone? My good buddy Shram's gone. The others I can make my peace with. But little Miss Tonya, here she is. I just want her to live. Once this... I'll be damned if I'm gonna let you... Not again! Not this time! Not when the cure is right within our grasp!
Mr. Chuganov, by the sounds of it, you've known I really liked Mr. I'm not happy about that.
No!
Well, at this point, I'm quite sure that I'm dead, despite all the bad things that kept happening. Since the day I escaped that hospital, I'm very fond of you all. And that's why I'm not fond of you at all, Mr. Chuganov. It's them that you owe an apology. Well then, I suppose...
You're leaving already? It's still early.
My name is Patashka. It was nice meeting you all. Feels strange that we're only being...
Patashka?
What are you doing, Chuganov? Are you crazy?
Let me leave.
In your dreams. Don't think you're getting off that easy. The Fatui have honed quite an array of enhanced interrogation techniques since they were founded. I think we should leave. I doubt this snowstorm is ever going to stop.
Wait, we finally solved the mystery of the haunted...
Fair enough. I don't
And yet you won't let me die first.
Hey, Chuganov, on a serious note...
Is this really the time to be... All right, fine.
Am I hearing things? There it is again. But I don't understand.
Should we open the door?
Is this it? If the last few days are anything to go by, whatever lies beyond that door at this moment.
Hey everyone, I'm back.
How are you doing? Feeling any better?
Much better, thanks. Whew, let me see. Tonya and Vodyanitsa died last night. And
not Tonya.
First, tell us how you made it back here. Given the conditions outside, no one should be able...
You're right. The thing that got me back safely was... a song. I heard someone singing. After walking into the snowstorm, my mind grew hazy. I don't know how long I walked through the storm before my mind completely slipped away. Then, suddenly, I heard the sound of singing. The voice instantly brought me back to my senses, and I regained consciousness. So I followed the voice, searching for the source of the singing. I searched and searched, until finally, just a few moments...
I've actually never performed this song in the theater before. It means something like, "May those we have lost..."
That must have been Vodyanitsa's Requiem.
That song is meant to come...
Huh. no kidding. When I first stepped out of the theater, I was still I remember the outside world being completely different than what I'd expected. I don't know how else to describe it, and as for the Requiem, if I was guided here by Vodyanitsa's song, but I didn't experience a clear moment of death while I was out there. Nor do I feel any different now than before.
You don't seem any different to me either. Both Shram and Patoshka were clearly deceased, and yet their souls didn't look or feel like ghosts at all.
This raises a truly terrible thought. Dreams can't explain. Mitya's soul was summoned back by the Of course. If even the then maybe we've all been dead.
Yes.
What did you say?
You heard me. We died in the theater. All of us did. But due to an obstruction it's ironic, really. All that time, we were working so hard to... Do you remember that note, "Death is near"? Death was nearer than we wanted to think all along.
So all our attempts to survive...
Hard to say. At the very least, we helped 2 lost souls. The presence of those 2 is probably what caused our souls to be drawn in by the ley lines. In which case...
If what you're saying is true... no wonder. This afternoon, when I was moving Vodyanitsa's...
That's further proof that those aren't physical bodies at all, but merely our...
Am I? No.
I still find it hard to believe that all of us are dead. How exactly did we die?
Not even knowing how...
Exactly. It's hard to rest in peace when you don't even know how you died. It gave me lots to think about. I racked my brains trying to remember the cause of my death. Wait. Hold on. Right before I lost consciousness, I think I saw... I can't remember.
Mitya, your hand.
Huh? You're right. There's blood on the fingertips of my right hand. Looks like it's already dried. What the... I guess... This was what I... What's wrong?
It's... Renova. The ruler of death.
Huh?
Alosha, do you still... It was about the Grim Reaper. When someone's about... And as soon as you recognize his fate...
I heard a similar tale when I was little.
That's right. In which case, death is near. Could...
Dad, when I first saw this note, I thought it contradicted the investigation report.
So the Grim Reaper deliberately misled us.
By that logic, the one No doubt about it. It's looking back at how everyone has acted over the past few days. Is it you, Alosha? You were the first to discover the investigation report.
So? Surely you can't... What if someone else found the investigation report first?
There's no denying it. The note...
That's not all. I've also noticed that although I'm looking back now, even though you didn't...
What do you mean?
You were the one who emphasized how dangerous it was outside and insisted we all stay here. And earlier today, you tried to convince Patoshka to stay. I don't understand why.
So, you didn't understand my intentions, and now you're...
He still won't admit it.
The biggest question I have right now is...
No. The ruler of death would have needed to control how... That's right. This was the moment. Right at the start. Before any victims had even emerged. When all this began, right after the performance ended, it wasn't until we discovered the bodies the morning, but it's clear now that the oddities actually started earlier than that.
Right. So Mr. Dimov was the first...
And if we pinpoint that moment as the Alosha, you are the only...
More precisely, Alosha...
Not bad. Well, since you've backed me into a corner, I suppose there's no point in keeping up the act anymore.
Alosha?
You're the Grim Reaper?
I am no such tired cliché. Mortals should address me as the ruler of death. Before being wiped out for good, you identified the two.
I heard you can ferry souls. Those deaths each night.
Your initial conclusion was correct. Due to the existence of the two deceased, every night they devoured an equal number of souls to fill the void. This here, take a look.
What are you doing?
That takes care of today's two. Don't get so worked up. You are already dead.
I know we're already dead.
Murdered? No. Murder is when mortals usurp my authority. Death is my jurisdiction. If I require someone to die, I need not resort to such laborious methods as murder. You simply met the criteria to trigger my curse of death.
I know about the curse of immortality. You cursed us?
So often, humans pray to me, begging to know when their death will come, and what form it will take. But few people ask why. If you must have an answer.
So you're not gonna tell us the truth?
Hold your tongue. Those angels from the past are to blame for the reckless renovation of the ley lines here.
Work? So trapping us here, making us watch our—
You clearly have a lot of questions. Fine. After the physical body dies, the soul must return to the lake. My work encompasses the entire process of death, including, naturally, the guiding of— You must also be rather familiar with Natlan's Night Kingdom, I presume? Here, too, the ley lines connected to the theater underwent some modifications, but this actually hindered their ability to accept ordinary— This effect manifested itself after you died from the curse in the theater. But if souls who die from the curse of death fail to return, then they will remain forever suspended.
So if you don't resolve this matter soon, and see all our souls return to—
Mitya Sharp. This must be what Renova was worried might happen. But if you have the authority to guide souls, why didn't you just show yourself and get it over with? Why hide among us and—
You seek to understand the mind. This is a theater, and I decided I wanted to watch a show about death. I found myself getting quite immersed. I suppose the entertainment you provided makes up for all the trouble you've caused me by being so defiant in the face of death. There.
Can't say I am.
Really? But it fits the stereotype.
Just moments ago, you were complaining about how work is work. I get it. There are times when it's a huge—
That's a rather unique perspective for a human. Due to the obstruction in the theater's ley lines, there is a hard limit on the number of— Revealing my identity too soon would inevitably have led to futile— Then there was the issue of the two lost souls you called the deceased.
That's what I don't understand. If all of us were souls of—
For centuries, they have refused to return to the ley lines, exploiting the issues created by centuries of obsession accumulated during this process. You may think of this— It reached the point where I could not afford to leave it unchecked. But the only way to fix it, only then, with my guidance, could they find—
I vaguely remember seeing Batashka, but in the most terrifying form.
I see your dreams brought you many revelations. So you see, death in fact grants wisdom to more— Anyway, giving psychological— That is more of an angel's role. It was something I could not resolve directly. Meanwhile, of course, their presence caused the souls of other members of your party to return, as both issues slowly resolved one another without me having to lift a finger. And, of course, while I was at—
Sounds like you had it all figured— I just did the math. You said there's a hard limit to the number of souls the ley lines here—
That much is obvious, even to—
It's time to review this whole affair. If the ley lines can only take in two— Looking back now, none of us had the faintest idea at the time. From the moment that staff member named Dimov walked into the snowstorm, the incident had already begun. No. me go over the... Let me go. Alosha was the second to walk into the snowstorm during this process. During our first night in the theater, everyone was caught up in the novelty of it all. No one could have expected there would be victims the very next morning. Despite all the confusion, and with the help of hindsight, we finally began to realize that something was amiss with the snowstorm. The ley lines devoured Torgov and Sobolov. Odette and I spoke a lot that night. 3 people were on watch, but in the morning, we discovered that someone had fallen victim all the same. The deaths of Coolish and Rampant unexplainable phenomena occurred one after. Later, we discovered that there seemed to be an extra person among us, and subsequently discovered the existence of the deceased. Mr. Schramm realized he was the deceased. Was all over, but Mr. Valeri, a lot happened today. Mr. Valeri's... The fact that there was more than one deceased seemed to bring us back to square one. Odette revealed some information she had been keeping to herself.
Сейчас, подождите, ненадолго отойду. И вернулся. Звуки какие страшные.
Although Mitya did indeed walk into the snowstorm that day, the void in the ley lines hasn't been filled. Vodyanitsa was swallowed by the ley lines in her sleep. As it happened, Ptashka filled the void left by Mitya's return from the ley lines. The girl I thought was child's sister Tonya, come to think of it, Ptashka and Renova, unaware that Mitya would return, was concerned that her soul would overflow from the ley line. Looking back, I suppose no one could have expected anyone who walked into the snowstorm to return. But just after nightfall, Mitya returned, bringing crucial information with him. Various truths began to surface, including that all of us were already dead, and that the ruler of death was here among us. Then, after revealing her true form, Renova callously claimed 2 souls. In fact, everyone was already dead by the time we took the photo. Now, only Mitya and I remain. And the truth... That covers everything.
Your work isn't finished here yet, is it?
The water imp's song threw things off a little. The ley lines have already anchored your soul, and the first ray of light tomorrow morning will take you back.
So the reunion in the night that Vodyanitsa mentioned, I suppose that was never...
That just leaves you, traveler. My power only allows, and your soul is for a descender like you, who is not bound by Tevat's rules. Your death can only be brought through... I have no interest in involving myself with descenders. For now.
One last question then. All our...
Death abides no reason. Besides, what to me, it is nothing more than a self-indulgent charade.
Grim Reaper, you really know how to get on my nerves.
I'm not here to ingratiate myself with you. I kill merely because your deaths are necessary.
Oh, you've made that quite clear. But humans don't take well to being scorned. Not even by the gods.
This is futile. You must know that you are powerless against me in my own domain. I suggest that you save your strength.
For what? Maybe we can't change it. But if nothing else, we can at least teach you to have some respect for the dead.
Audacious.
Huh? Для чего все это было? Да для чего вот это все время было потрачено?
How are you holding up?
What?
How much
What do you mean?
has Odette? Mitya?
Oh.
Don't you remember?
Yeah, I remember now, comrade. Looks like we guessed just like me when Odette found me at the Armory Palace. For some reason, everyone killed by the ruler of death eventually came back to life, just with one catch. They forgot what happened.
Odette and the others have already forgotten
Could this be the reason? You said this is the ruler of death's symbol. You don't? Huh. Does that mean I carved this symbol into my soul? What about you, though? The ruler of death mentioned that you're
A full explanation would...
Well then, now that it's all over, let's figure out what... The first thing I notice is that everything here is precisely as we left it, right before our deaths. This confirms that time passes...
They say that right before death,
That must be how you know you have one foot in the afterlife by that point. Anyway, clearly the few days we spent in the afterlife probably... This also aligns with previous reports of widespread temporary memory loss among the Armory Palace personnel. To those unaware of the truth, dying and coming back to life, this leaves me with a couple big questions. What are the conditions that trigger this so-called curse of death? And why are we resurrected after we die?
If nothing else, I think it shows that...
Right. This time only got complicated because of the situation with the theater's ley lines. That's why she had to approach it differently. If the previous incidents of amnesia among... Come to think of it, I can't remember what it was, but... Sorry, Traveler. I'll catch up with you again later.
Sir, if I may, no one of your description has ever shown up in my investigations into Mr. Mitya's friends. Yet, you two seem very familiar with each other. And, by the way, have we ever crossed paths?
I can explain everything. Could you...
Oof.
So, Chuganov really is going to shut down the factory. I guess this theater incident... So, you said I promised to take you to the Armory Palace while we were in the afterlife, yes? Agreed. Let's check in on her first. The whole...
Я, конечно, не сказал бы, что мне не понравилось, но долговато было.
I'm finally back. Even though a long time, I should keep my emotions in check when I see Paimon again.
Wait. The atmosphere here feels off. Shh. Stay quiet.
Have we still not been able to notify Child yet? We need new or... I'm so...
Tell me, what happened?
It was the Jester. He's the director of the Fatui. His authority supersedes all others.
How long ago did he leave?
It was about an hour. Miss Paimon was fast asleep at the time. The Jester simply...
Do you know where they went?
The Armory Palace, most likely. Lord Piero, the Jester. I'm surprised he came in person. Whatever his reason for taking...
Then lead the way,
Okay,
Все равно, что ли, ее не несет.
It's just up ahead.
No, I'll go alone. You know
I was hardly planning on taking you through the official channels. I may be a Fatus, but I'm also... Paimon's safety is paramount right now. With me around, you'll have an extra pair of hands. There might be devices inside that are easier for an insider to deal with.
If you say so.
Let's go. There's...
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter! Yeah! Skyward!
Hey, who are you? This part of the Armory Palace is under restricted access. What do you think you're doing?
No questions, please. We're short on time.
James!
Begin. Crystalline Adagio.
Defensive mode engaged. Yeah! Yeah! Make way for the...
Have a safe trip.
A moment, please.
Trespass at your path. Together. Let us finish.
Preparing for dust up.
Now it's your turn. You have a pass? Where are you coming from? So, you're intruders, huh? Then don't blame me for what happens next!
The Armory Palace is hidden this deep in? This place is much bigger than I imagined.
They're conducting top-secret research, after all. The deeper it's hidden, the better, is standard Fatui logic.
The style doesn't really look like the Fatui's handiwork, though.
They must have requisitioned some structures from a past civilization. It also serves as a bit of a disguise.
Intruders! Stay alert!
Yeah! Yeah! Stray clouds converge!
Stay clear. Face your guilt. Let's begin.
Intruders? Don't come any...
Just what are you guys trying to do here? I'm short work. It's your scalp!
Witness the snow swan's grace.
Installation chamber deployed. Annihilation mode. Yeah!
Couldn't!
No one interferes with the Jester's work.
Sharp.
Looks like no one's guarding this place.
There's something off about that decoration over there. Look out!
Let's deal with these before we move on.
Together. Parada.
Make way for the Adeptus! Yeah! Yeah!
The researchers here probably don't know that we're uninvited guests. Let's try not to hurt them.
What's the big star from the theater doing here?
That's Miss Odette. She's a member of the Fatui. Don't tell me you didn't know that.
Was the whole reason for Project Stuja to support the research here at the Armory Palace? Just what are the Fatui and the Tsaritsa planning?
Whoa! Who are you? Never seen you around here before.
Looks like there's no way through here.
Maybe using the power of this prism could help?
I think I see some images.
It's the prism's power at play, causing images of the past to reappear, albeit only as illusions.
Paimon. And the Jester. Is this another scene from the past?
Yes. It looks quite old, though. I don't think it happened in the recent past.
What's going on here? What happened?
The source seems to be the Armory Palace. They must have started some large-scale experiment.
Wait, what if this has something to do with Paimon? We need to hurry!
Skyward! Scatter!
We're almost there. The Armory Palace is just up ahead.
Paimon, please be okay.
Mission of the snowflakes.
Have a secret.
Skyward! Scatter!
What's going on? It's the curse of death. No, Odette. Is this... I need to find a way back to reality. Odette? Odette! No signs of life. But past experience says that she should be resurrected. Did Odette intentionally use her core Ignis to Thank you, Odette. If not for you, but I'm sorry. I don't have time to Sure enough, everyone here has been affected. Paimon! Paimon! No, wait. Paimon probably didn't escape Renova's curse either. She won't be able to respond to me right now. I'll have to find her myself. Mitya! Is this the laboratory he works in? What happened here to trigger the curse of death again so soon? I'll have to ask him when he wakes up. Finding Paimon has to take priority now. Found her! Paimon really is here!
You don't learn, do you? You've already been involved in one mass death, and now you show up at the scene of another. This might have passed for a coincidence the first time, but a second time? Am I to assume you are intentionally interfering in Snezhnaya's affairs? Judging by your expression, it seems that you understand little of what is going on here. In that case, a civilization that fails to learn its lesson constantly depletes its own worth. It will, and as a descender, you are perfectly suited to be the lifeline to which a dying civilization might desperately—
No advice needed. I'll make my own judgments.
Suit yourself. When the day of reckoning arrives, not even a descender can hope to escape unscathed. The time for resurrection fast approaches. The mortals here are not yet worthy to behold my form. That thing is coming with me. You awoke sooner than I thought. The curse of immortality is stubborn, unable to enter the ley lines, yet not content to remain a spirit.
Ruler of death, what do you want?
You perplex me. Both you and you. That thing may be a creation of Celestia, but it possesses none of Celestia's power, let alone authority. Your obsession with it baffles me. No matter, the resurrection will soon begin. It's worthless anyway. I'll reclaim it next time.
Hey, who says there'll be a next time? I missed you, Paimon.
What are you talking about?
It was different this time. You seem to be in pretty good shape.
Yeah, Paimon's back in tip-top condition. The jester and that guy talking to him used some kind of energy on Paimon. And she could kind of feel it canceling out that other thing that was making her feel
So,
apologies for leaving in such a hurry at the theater earlier. Rest assured that your companion is perfectly safe. We reversed the effects that the experimental energy had on her.
I suppose this is our first official meeting, Traveler. I could not let Paimon suffer in her condition for a moment longer, and so I simply took her without explanation. I hope you do not mind.
But why would a big shot like you...
As I said when you first arrived in Снежная, we once spent some time together. And the
Oh yeah, you did mention that.
I'm afraid the reminiscing will have to wait. Mitya, let us continue with the report. What conclusions, if any?
The good news is, my hypothesis regarding the Ruler of Death has been verified. As for the bad news, I recommend we suspend the experiments and Project Mistleton until further notice. Currently, we have no means with which to...
I will trust your judgment. We shall put the
Wait, what are you guys talking about?
By whatever means necessary, so long as it removes the threat she poses to us. Until then, everything we do will be in vain. After what just happened, I've ascertained Renova's goal. Or rather, the trigger condition for the Curse of Death.
Okay, let's hear it.
What she's doing is blocking Снежnaya's technological progress, preventing us from possessing any means with which to threaten the heavenly principles.
Just like the little lapdog she is.
So, any ideas, research, or experiments that lead to technological progress can trigger the curse. Just now, for instance, I was set to launch a final phase energy experiment ahead of schedule. If the experiment was as expected, though, the moment the experiment began, all that effort, not to mention the energy and materials we relied on Project Stuja to gather for us...
Does that mean something similar happened when we were...
That's right. During the performance, I thought of an important breakthrough regarding... So the nature of the curse seems to be something like... Of course, that meant the curse was normally limited to the Armory Palace, since outsiders are forbidden from entering until Odette came along. I believe she was the first witness. The Curse of Death was triggered just before she infiltrated the Armory Palace that...
But you mentioned something about a final stage experiment.
That's right. Even with the gods locking certain key components out of reach, humanity can... But, as I'm sure Renova anticipated, even incremental progress has its limits.
You mean the experiment you were just about to do?
Yes. We were at a critical juncture, a moment where the quantitative was about to translate into fundamental qualitative change. With this single experiment, but now, after already being forced to fumble around in the dark, as long as Renova's Curse of Death persists, we won't be able to advance.
And with Project Stuja having been in effect all this time, at our nation's current strength, repeated trial, and only by eliminating Renova first, will it be possible to continue advancing our plans.
She's the ruler of death! She can just kill whoever she wants, right?
We'll see. But one thing's for sure. She definitely can't just do what...
Years?
Wouldn't it be easier to just kill all of us researchers for good? Why rep...
So, you're saying...
Exactly. And I think...
Regardless, the ruler of death has always been an obstacle we must overcome. Indeed, we must face life, death, time, and space. Our goal is the heavenly principles.
The Fatui.
For a long time, I've had a vague suspicion, but hearing the Jester admit it is still a shock. No wonder what kind of road will that...
In that case... Lord
Granted. Get some rest. Put the experiment out of your... While there is yet time, allow me to offer you my hospitality.
I remember hearing the term...
Yeah! Paimon wanted to ask about that when the name came up just now.
As you know, Project Stuja is a series of measures enacted to consolidate our nation's resource. Many of the things you have encountered thus far are... This includes the Kuvaki Experimental Design Bureau in Notdry. Researching Kuvaki...
And that's a weapon built for the...
Huh?
I was given some intel, and I made some...
Wait... You must mean that thing over there!
Kuvaki alone will not break through Celestia's defenses. The heavenly principles are no doubt accustomed to combating the power of the light realm, and elemental energy is simply the power of the human realm, converted to that form by the heavenly principle. For now, therefore, we have set our sights on the form of energy associated with the third descender and the stellar linchpins. This may hold the potential. You could say that by reverse engineering the stellar linchpins to extract the energy within, we have obtained
the Kuvaki Experimental Design Bureau, Project Stuja, and it looks like your plan is almost complete.
Her Majesty the Tsaritsa has embarked upon an expedition to vanquish him.
Seems like the powers that be in Снежная don't intend to hold my past conflicts with the Fatui against me.
The Harbingers have been granted significant autonomy in retrieving the Gnosis. But
you read my mind.
Speaking of the Gnosis, Paimon's been dying to ask this question since forever.
The Gnosis will undoubtedly serve as a key bargaining chip when she confronts the heavenly principles.
What do you mean? Not sure.
Taking on the heavenly principles is something most people wouldn't even entertain.
Into that today, civilization is nothing but our civilization may very well be destroyed in the struggle, but as only by changing the state of affairs, only by otherwise. The fate of the
accepting potential destruction.
Furthermore,
Huh? All of them? Paimon knows about...
Then the birth of the Hilly Churls, the rules of Natlan's Ode of Resurrection. Those are curses too? For Rena's long life...
Yes. Even a god's love for humanity.
What?
The Tsaritsa has always had... If she can seize their authority, she will look forward to it. It will be... Though the ordinary people of Снежная may not understand these details, we all believe that...
Paimon really doesn't remember. He's basically a strict...
Allow me to explain. The reason Paimon reacts is because she comes from Celestia herself. More specifically, she is one of its creations.
Paimon?
Oh, right. I was blinded by anger earlier, but thinking back...
As you know, the lunar fragments in Nodcry were pulled down from the sky using... But the first application of this technology, I used this technology upon the heavens. I presented her to the Vinster King, but he took no interest. Paimon then took up temporary residence in my...
Wait, Paimon's a little confused. You're talking about... But Paimon doesn't remember
Having lived through the cataclysm, perhaps you too were burdened with...
But it's not just her memories from Conria. Paimon doesn't even know how she spent the... What was Paimon like back in Conria? Did she know all?
Unfortunately, when you arrived in Conria, your consciousness during the time you lived in Conria, your personality was no different from...
Aw, man! Paimon's plan to get, even though Paimon lost her memories.
On the contrary, I completely ignored your existence. I was entirely focused on my struggle against corrupted Tyr the Wise. But now, as I see it, it is as if you are the only sane thing that survived that era of insanity. And thus, are worthy of protection.
Noted. Man, Paimon's gotta stop but, Traveler? Even though you know Paimon's some creation of Celestia now, phew, that's a real...
Thank you for telling me so much.
Given the circumstances, the Fatui need...
Ally?
To advance Project Mistleton, we must first resolve our issue...
That's right. Ever since she said she...
Against an opponent of this caliber, deliberating over our legion...
You're going to challenge the ruler of death? Just for Paim? Thank you!
The Tsaritsa will return in triumph in short order, and the Fatui shall...
Got it. Thanks for your help with Paimon.
There was just one other thing. Well, it's just a request, really. Of course, Paimon knows it's top secret and stuff, but...
Certainly you may...
Oh, for real?
While the technology is not yet fully developed, it has never...
Oh. Wow. No wonder...
Paimon? You're okay?
Long story short, yep, Paimon.
That's right. When I woke up, I wanted to go in after you, but the guards... So, I returned the way I...
It was thanks to you that my soul found its...
Huh. That actually worked? Really, you... Anyway, and now that the...
Ah, Director Chuganov, you're back. We just received notice that Project Stuja has been suspended. This is the preliminary plan. In addition to expanding production capacity, we've also discussed feasible layoff plans to optimize Our calculations indicate that the factory's profits will increase by...
That won't be necessary. Leave the energy for those who need it. Whether they use it just to get by or to run a business, start preparing to halt production and lay off the staff. Make sure the workers are able to land on their feet and that they are duly compensated.
Am I hearing you right? Why?
Iskra. It's time to rest.
Dear esteemed members of the Rokat, given the effects of Lelik's radical actions upon our organization's reputation and social stability, considering that Lelik did what they did for the benefit of the people, the Rokat has never... Lelik will be suspended for a period of time. Depending on their future performance, the purpose of this notice is to remind everyone once again that even with Project Stuja's suspension and our interim operational victory, we act only for the greater glory and solidarity of our nation.
We act only for the greater glory and solidarity of our...
You mean...
Just thinking out, I've never seen the Снежной Gradvecha. I never once thought I'd come here. But I understand everything now, Rosaline.
I've seen Spirit Seeker performed many times, including by your mother.
Why do you bring that up all of a sudden?
Even though the choreography is always identical, every dancer finds a way to make it her own.
So you actually want to talk to me about ballet?
I just think it would be a pity if the dance was lost to history. She didn't teach it to you, did she?
That was an unusually subtle taunt for you.
We embraced one another on the snow-swept plains, melting the ruthlessness of time. But when our bodies, in pieces, are cast to the winds, what of our love will remain behind?
Don't tell me you can't sing.
Shush. I understand her hatred. The Fatui robbed her of the life she should have had. I never opposed her dancing. Yet still I became an enemy of her ballet. I'll just keep my distance. Many despise me. I'm used to it.
You're certainly not one to shy away from confrontation. But children, they need a different approach.
I'm hardly the most maternal figure.
Yet, she is a child. In my experience, while a father commands authority, he must still yield to love. You should tell her what you think about her dancing. Odette will soon take the stage at the Koralyevsky Theater. This could be your chance.
Geonosis secured. It went smoothly. I'll be there. Have them send me an invitation.
Sadly, things didn't work out. Her final words are inside that block of ice.
This? Aren't these for monitoring her subordinates?
Not yours. This one isn't her witch's flame, but my two worlds' flames. The two worlds' flames can burn away memories. It was my parting gift to Rosaline.
If all goes to plan, she and I will both live to see the Tsaritsa succeed. I believe she'll find peace. But if anything happens to me, she needn't follow in my footsteps. The cryo-energy will fade away in time. Then the two worlds' flames will burn away all memories of the Fatui. She'll be free to dance. She deserves this.
I will handle the aftermath. The choice is yours, child.
Know where Paimon came from, too. And, like, who cares if Paimon's a creation of Sol? And like you said, this doesn't have to change anything between us. You're not gonna just...
You've spent the last few days lying in bed and stuffing...
Says who? Paimon's as agile... Paimon originally wanted to check out the bookstores in Snezhnograd, but wait. They've got light novels from Yai Publishing House here, too. The local Snezhnaya books look pretty interesting.
I thought you were in the mood...
Paimon can read while she flies. Which do you like? Alright.
Oh, I thought we were only getting...
There you are.
Hi, Mom will grab. Huh? Huh? How many layers does this thing have? A whole bunch of people are gathered.
I know that voice. Of course.
Yeah! The Jester knew I was wrong and fixed Paimon right up.
Oh, yeah. About that. Oh, right. Let me introduce you.
Hello, Tonya.
Hello, hello. Firstly, I'm really sorry.
Hey now.
So she's the
She said you two didn't manage to meet up at the theater. She waited ages for me, and when I didn't show, she got...
I know, right? He didn't bother to say a word to me. I searched up and down.
I've been rushed off my feet lately, so I didn't get the chance to go home.
Well, the snow was bad, and you're never late. So I was really...
I'm sorry, Tonya. I really am. I'll make it up to you somehow.
Although the mix-up led to a series of misunderstandings. Besides, it's obvious that Tartaglia isn't usually one to break a promise. He only gave his ticket to me because he had...
No, it's fine. It just meant I didn't get...
the best...
Huh? Hey!